Hey everyone, and welcome to How to Improve Student Writing and Fast Track Success Without the Handholding and Self-Doubt. My name is Kelly Bell and welcome to the Learning Network. Today we're going to focus on what you can do straight away to improve the way your students write, as well as fast track their success for those results that you want to see. This webinar is for you. This is for CAFS teachers who want to really improve the way they do things, improve student writing and fast track success without the hand-holding and self-doubt. You're in the right place if you're ready to improve student writing, you're ready to improve student performance, and you're ready to improve your students' results in CAFS time and time again. I have 3 promises for you as a result of today. You're going to build confidence in your student writing. I can guarantee that. You're going to be able to improve student performance, and you're also going to improve the elusive Part C of our option for the HSE. And if you watch to the end, I have a special bonus for you guys. Templates, resources, and scaffolds that you can help your students improve their writing, especially for Part C in our option. We do have some challenges though. As CAFS teachers, I know exactly how you feel. Sometimes we write too many notes. We're getting the kids to write too many notes. We focus on definitions and we're not using the rubric explicitly enough. I want you to have a big shout out, yes, that you're ready to improve your students' results. I know exactly what you want. You want this for your kids. So let's dive in. Imagine this. After analysing your HSE data, you have a one-on-one with your principal and they want you to reduce the number of band 1 to 3s and significantly improve the band 4, 5s and 6s in your CAFS crew. What do? How are you going to approach this? Are you going to be like the Content Christie and the Content Christopher? These guys completely throw everything out. They redo their teaching and learning strategies, they redo resources, they create booklets, but their students often lose them. They develop a whole series of flashcards, but the kids leave them in their bags with their lunches. They give weekly exam and revision sessions, really good questions that are setting the kids up for success, but only the really keen students hand them in. They also offer lunchtime and revision sessions in the holidays. They give up all their time for their kids, but often only the high flyers attend. Or do you want to be like Marie and Mario? These guys focus less on teaching the content and more on teaching the skills that the kids need to improve their performance and their results. They teach the kids explicit language to use in their glossary of keywords to prove that they know their stuff, that they can actually apply and do what the word actually tells them to do. They have a clear pill structure. It's concise, it's really detailed, and there's a clear structure to their response. They also demonstrate and model exemplar answers. That's part of their practice. They're showing the kids in class what it really looks like in the end to get there. They also share copious numbers of exam prep questions, past papers, exemplars, and the kids really can unpack those. They know what success looks like in a response. They can annotate that with a strategy to give clear feedback to move the kids forward in their journey. So I want you to think right now, are you option A or are you option B at this point in time? So grab that pen and paper because you're going to use that today throughout our session. I want you to think about this. Do you want to be like option A or are you currently sitting there? Are you working your butt off? Are you working so damn hard to help your students but not reaping the rewards that you want to see in your CAFS Kids results? Or are you going to follow a step-by-step approach to improving students' results, explicitly teaching these glossary of keywords and showing the clear structure and strategy to help improve their writing? Today, I'm going to show you that structure. I'm going to share a little bit about what I've been able to uncover to help my students move forward consistently, time and time over again. And This is literally just scratching the surface. If you hang around, I'm going to offer at the end a way forward, the next step for you to take your kids, your CAFS crew, to the very next level. So you can see here, fresh face PE teacher. Yes, I'm a PE teacher. And I was literally given a CAFS class in my very first year of teaching. My beautiful PDHPE coordinator gave me a CAFS class, and I felt absolutely thrilled and honoured to get a senior class. I was absolutely crapping myself. I know how you guys also feel. You probably felt that too in your very first year of teaching CAFS. And if you're a newbie, if you're just teaching CAFS the very first time or in your first 5 years, I was in your shoes. I know exactly how you feel. Those nerves, you had the syllabus, you had the textbook, and before now, you probably didn't have anyone showing you the way. For me, I didn't. I had no one to show me the way. I struggled for a really long time. I reckon for the best part of 8 years, trying to work out what it really takes to have that success, to have my students consistently improving their writing, consistently getting good results in the HSC year after year after year. And now I can help you. I can show you all of those tips and tricks. I can fast track your success. I don't want you to spend 16 years working this out. I'm fast tracking your success. I don't want you to be in the position that I was in. Literally for 8 years, for half of my teaching career, I had a little bit of strategy, but I still wasn't seeing that success that I wanted in my CAFS crew. Now I help teachers like you, just like you, to support your student writing, to improve student performance and results in this course that we absolutely love. In other words, I help Christy and Christopher to move into more Mario and Marie's. And it's my absolute honor to help you in this journey. These days, I feel super lucky to be able to support over 450 teachers just like you in the last 12 months in my courses, my online courses, and in my beautiful one-on-one coaching and mentoring sessions. I've supported thousands of CAFS teachers online via the Learning Network Collaborative, via Facebook, via Instagram, reaching out to as many teachers that I can to connect with you guys, to help you improve your journey. I've also developed go-to spaces for that, for us to connect, learn and grow together to be the very best teachers that we can be without sacrificing the well-being and the time that we need. I've also been so lucky over the last 14 years, or 16 years now actually, 16 years, to be able to deliver revision sessions to your students. When I started in 2007, I was very young. I was probably also, I don't know, I just wanted to give back to this beautiful subject, and I put my hand up to do some revision days for an organisation, and I absolutely loved it. I never looked back. Year after year, I would present across New South Wales, across to CAFS students and their teachers, and help those kids improve, because I knew that there was a strategy. I knew that there was a clear way that I wanted those kids to improve. And I absolutely love supporting CAFS teachers. Now in the Learning Network, I'm able to do that for myself, supporting your CAFS kids in my Year 12 masterclasses, as well as through Instagram and social media to help your CAFS kids get a good grasp of our course. And I also feel super lucky and privileged to be able to support you guys and your CAFS crew by writing 2 textbooks in this course. But things weren't always this way, trust me. I had a few problems. I was spending forever writing notes on the board, literally note after note. I was very diligent. I had the textbook. I got my kids to summarize from the textbook. And I think for the best part of, probably 6 to 8 years, my kids would probably see my back, me writing copious notes on the board. I remember one student, I think in 2015, when I came back from maternity leave from my second daughter, I had this class. I was about to take them through to the HSC. I came back from mat leave 1 term early. Don't ask me why I said yes, but I thought, okay, I need to come back. So I have them for all of Year 12 course. I was job sharing at the time with my beautiful friend, and I walked into this class, and they didn't know me. I didn't have them in the junior years because I was on mat leave. Anyway, this this student put her hand up and said, "Miss, we just want the notes." And it was at that point, that moment, when she said that, when she had the guts to say that to my face, I went, you know what? It's not about the notes. It's never been about the notes for me. It's about that application. And for me, I made a promise to myself, a promise to my CAF students, and a promise to you as CAF teachers that I would never be just writing the notes. So when I first started, it was literally me, the syllabus, and the purple textbook. And I feel very grateful for those amazing CAFS teachers who wrote that very first purple textbook, because the course was relatively new. Our course started in 2001, so this was 2004. I had no idea what I was doing, and I had no networks at that time. I was spending so much time creating fun and exciting activities, posters. I was spending way too much time on creating pretty resources and watching long, drawn-out movies that were not hitting the point, that were not hitting the mark with the kids. I taught the glossary of keywords and paragraphing. I was okay at that. However, in my second year of teaching CAFs, I remember a big fluoro CAFs, right, CAFs at the back with all the glossary of keywords. I thought I was brilliant. I'm like, yes, this is gold. I'm teaching the kids the skills. I wasn't. The kids were recalling the words, simple recall. Okay, what does explain mean? Cause and effect. That was all I was doing. The kids knew the words, but they didn't know what it actually looked like in the end game. They didn't, and I wasn't showing it to them. I wasn't showing what it looked like. So I knew what the glossary of keywords were and what a paragraph was, but I didn't model it at all. I spent way too much time on finding fluffy, drawn-out resources, lots of reading activities. I was spending countless hours at home, at night, tucked away in our study, researching for the most engaging resources that I could find, and often writing my own. And many of you guys have probably seen some of those resources that I created and have probably used them, but we were getting lost. We're getting lost in the discussion. Can you relate? Do you feel exactly like this? Because I know in lots of conversations with you guys that this is completely resonating with you. Can you relate with my story? So after a while, I started to wonder, okay, I can continue down that path, or how do I actually improve student writing? How do I fast track success for my kids without hand-holding, without actually doing all of it for them, and without that self-doubt that they often would experience, in a way that really gets rid of the fluff, cuts it out, strips it right back, and focuses on teaching application in our course. Because at the end of the day, that's what our course is about. It doesn't just get my kids to regurgitate the glossary of keywords, it also consistently moves my kids from writing jumbled sentences to clear and logical paragraphs. It also emphasizes improving their extended responses. I knew that was one big one. I could see it in my kids. I had no idea. I had no resources, no know-how, but I could see that the kids were really struggling with that. So I realized that I needed to emphasize on teaching more of that and really over less of the content, and really started to wonder how I can encourage the kids to go deeper, to think higher order thinking, to go big with their examples and not just stick to what was in the textbook. I realized, and this was the moment, I realized I needed to teach my kids the skills. I needed to go back to basics because there was a disjoint somewhere. The kids were missing out on key skills from the junior years, and I wasn't teaching them in my year 11 and 12 CAFS class. The strategies I were using were way too focused on the learning and learning the content, and not focused enough on improving results consistently. I hope this is resonating with you. I hope this is having a bit of a light bulb moment for you, because I know exactly how you feel, and I've been able to listen and have conversations with many CAFS teachers exactly like you. Since then, I've supported CAFS teachers and students across New South Wales. I feel absolutely honoured to support you in your CAFS journey. It is my absolute passion, and I feel so privileged to be able to improve your students' results, your HSC results, your exam results, the kids' basic skills to really reduce the bottom end and increase the top, have a higher top and a very, very low tail. My students' results have consistently, for the 16 years that I was teaching CAFS, were consistently above the state average and the best results in the school by far. My students in those years achieved a large number of Band 4, 5s and 6s, especially at the top end. We had very, very good results in our school for CAFS, and only a tiny small handful of Band 1 to 3s across the course. I had unlocked the secrets to success in CAFS, and even better, I discovered that this process could be replicated. Here's what I discovered. There was an interconnection between the syllabus points, and I show you this inside Strive. I literally show you and map it across for you because you know that this is important. This is a really clear strategy to move the kids forward, to show and to embed concepts all the way through our course. I started teaching the Glossary of Keywords really explicitly. I needed to show them what it looked like. I started to also give them a whole big bank of language to prove to the marker, either you or the HSC markers, what they needed to do to show they knew their stuff. I also started teaching the rubric. I needed to show the kids the rubric of what it looks like in the end, what they needed to improve in their answers to go big. Because in my first few years of teaching CAFS, many of my kids would just miss out on major marks. They would get, probably a 9 out of 15. They would either run out of time or they'd leave to the last minute. I remember even one year, one of my beautiful girls in the first HSC class I had, she came out of the trial and said, "Miss, I've bombed it. I've completely bombed it." Angela was her name, and Ange came out. She was literally crying. She was tracking at, probably a Band 6 back then, getting into the 80s and 90s. I had a gut feeling that she was on the path to success. She bombed her trial, and we knew from that point that we needed to start to look at this rubric, to start to really embed those skills for that option, because it is the game changer. So today, I'm sharing a little snippet about the exact step-by-step framework for improving student writing and results in CAFS. To move you from teaching the content, so content heavy, that pathway, fast tracking your pathway in the shortest route possible, the shortest time span possible, to improve success and results in CAFS through this framework, through the Strive framework, where you go from extracting the skills, focusing on those key skills our kids need with an actual strategy around it, not just flying blind, not just going, okay, I think I know what I'm doing, an actual strategy to teach the kids these skills, and not just in year 11 and 12, but setting the kids up for success in the junior years to then build into these year 11 and 12 skills that they need for success. And then finally, moving through to that success where the kids see it. They go from really struggling. They might not put much pen to paper. They might find it really hard to write. Their ideas are jumbled, to then seeing that success, and not that one-off success, but consistently, time and time again, inside this Strive framework. So I'm fast tracking your success. You've heard my story. I started teaching CAFS in 2004 with a textbook, the syllabus, and no strategy, nothing. I had no support. I did have the amazing support of my PDHP coordinator, but CAFS wasn't her thing. She wasn't an expert in CAFS. I had to work it out myself. I had to try to be a very good listener, and I tried to do things I was very experimental. I'm going to be really honest with you. I was very experimental in my first, I think, 6 to 8 years of teaching CAFS. I tried a few things, tweaked it around, tried a few new things, tweaked it up, had my kids working cooperative learning groups, giving feedback to each other, tweaked it again. And I was then able to support you as a CAFS teacher across New South Wales from about 2010 to help you in this journey by teaching you, working with CAFS kids across the state since 2007. It's been my absolute joy to do this. in 2015 receiving an award for my service for community and family studies and PDHPE in New South Wales, to then also being the co-author of 2 CAFS textbooks. I feel so honoured to be part of that, and really putting pen to paper is so crucial to show you what it looks like, to show you what success looks like in a printed form, to now teaching you this framework, teaching you my key strategies to help your kids improve. So this framework, this STRIVE framework, is the best way to improve student writing and avoid the 3 biggest mistakes CAFS teachers are making when teaching student writing. So I want you to write down for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how often are you getting the kids to write too many notes? Are you doing it consistently, lesson after lesson? Or are you stripping it right back? Because the common mistake inside our beautiful course is that CAFS teachers are still getting the kids to write way too many notes. I'm talking pages and pages and pages of notes from Google Slides. That's still writing notes from the textbook. We need to teach the skills. The solution is teaching the kids the explicit skills that they need in their responses to move themselves forward, to show what they know in that application-based learning. Common mistake number 2 is teaching the kids the definitions of the Glossary of Keywords. Like me, big pink fluoro CAFS at the back, thought it was amazing, giving the Nessa words out to the kids, but not actually teaching the kids the skills. Because each of those skills, each of those words have a different function. We really need to teach that language inside each of those Glossary of Keywords. That's the solution. And inside STRIVE, I literally show you scaffold by scaffold what each of those words takes. Common mistake number 3 is we're not using the rubric, and the rubric is a game changer. I want you to write that down. Game changer equals rubric. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So teaching your kids to really embed wellbeing all the way through for Part C of our option is going to be the game changer inside the STRIVE program to show you exactly what it looks like. So are you ready? Are you ready to dive deeper? Because I know that you want and need this right now. Let's unpack these common mistakes. So common mistake number 1 was too many notes. Writing it down from the textbook, Google Slides, whatever it might be. Are we getting the kids to write too many notes? Because it wastes time, and it also is teaching lower order skills. It's not teaching the application. It's just recall. Our course is not recall. It's not a maths formula. It's not facts. We need to teach the kids that application. And year after year, that application is so crucial in our exam. The solution is teaching the kids the skills, a key strategy to move them forward in their journey by showing an interest in them, having that good relationship happening, having links across the course, embedding key skills across our course, and showing the kids those links, embedding those links so they can be really strategic and save time and energy in really knowing their stuff. So this is a testimonial from inside STRIVE, and this particular teacher is very new to CAFS, but she has found each of the units super digestible, very quick, very efficient, easier to achieve them in a recess session, possibly 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes here and there, but really change the way she has been able to approach CAFS with her class. And also the connections she can see across the course are so much clearer, because that is part of the recipe to success, seeing those connections across the course. So I want you to choose an emoji that best represents what this would feel like. What would this transformation feel like for you? How would it feel to teach connections across the syllabus, to make meaningful application of our course time and time after again? So choose an emoji, and you can either attempt to draw that, or you can write it down on your pen and paper with your pen and paper. Okay, common mistake number 2 is we're just giving definitions of the glossary of keywords. Here are the definitions. Here are the syllabus verbs. Here are the HSC verbs. But we're not actually teaching the application of those and the language the kids need to use in their exams. We're teaching recall, simple recall, like those CAFS words at the back, that simple recall and those definitions. And they're often confusing for the kids. They don't know the difference between them. You say it to them, and I literally have said this to kids from 2007, a really long time ago. Okay, show me what explain looks like. Or, when we're assessing something, what's some language that we use? Kids have no idea. I say, oh, you kind of like describe it and then have some judgment words. I'm like, yeah, but you're not, what are you actually doing? What's some language to use and to prove to the market that you know your stuff? So the solution are strategies, step-by-step approaches inside Strive, templates, scaffolds. Literally step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Templates for the kids to actually feel that out. Strategy to improve their application of those words. So this is an amazing case study of a teacher who has taken up Strive. She has 20 years experience. She is also a HSC marker in another course, and she had light bulbs going off with her kids. The kids absolutely loved that application, and she has seen that there's so much strategy that can make a huge difference. And I say it, tiny tweaks, massive difference. Tiny little tweaks that you can make in your CAFS class to make a huge difference with the kids. So she had light bulbs going off. She absolutely loved Strive. She came away with Strive with mountains of resources, mountains of strategies that she's going to use straight away in her CAFS class. And she said to me, that's transformed her teaching. And that literally gives me goosebumps because she's got, another 4 years on me. She's super, super experienced, but she has seen that transformation happen right in front of her as a result of the Strive program. So I want you to have a think about it. What would it feel like to get the kids to really teach this, to teach and model these words more explicitly? What would it actually take? What would it look like in your CAFS class? Write that down for me. Okay, common mistake number 3. This is a huge one, a big game changer. I told you before, we're not using the rubric in part C. When I teach this and I teach inside Strive, many, many teachers have emailed me saying how much of a difference this has made because we can see the results. So in 2020, 30C, family and societal interactions, the average was 4.25 out of 15. Social impact of technology, 31C, 8.12 out of 15. And that's meant to be the easiest option to do, but the average is still 8.12. 32C, 7.56 out of 15 for individuals and work. Now, I'm not sure about you, but getting only halfway there, and for some of these, not even halfway there, to me, is not good enough because you don't know what you don't know. We're not teaching this explicitly enough. We're not linking it to wellbeing. We're not teaching and being explicit in what we do with the kids with a step-by-step approach, like in Strive, to teach the kids the importance of embedding wellbeing in every single paragraph for part C of our option. The kids aren't maximizing their marks because we're not showing them the way. We're not showing them a really easy, fast-tracked way that will save you so much time to help the kids. The solution is having that success, is showing them this rubric, showing them that demonstrate knowledge and understanding of societal influences on well-being. Hello, well-being needs to be in every single paragraph. And it wasn't really until I had 2 senior classes and then was also mentoring a whole heap of other CAFS teachers that I think I took it for granted. I kind of just knew it. I knew it was like this. I knew it had to be like this. And I think because of the opportunities I've been afforded over the years with CAFS, I just took it for granted. Once I started to teach this so explicitly to the teachers I was mentoring, to the CAFS students, I had literally 5 CAFS classes. It's a lot, yes, I know. But teaching the kids these skills over and over again, their results absolutely shifted. My first year at this particular school, it wasn't explicit enough. Second year at this particular school with lots of senior classes, I knew what I needed to show them. My two classes, their average was probably about 11 or 12 out of 15. And that's not hand-holding. That's unseen questions. The kids had an in-class task to do it. I showed them, they had their option, and that was their average out of 15. I used a clear strategy to help them improve their writing in this particular part of the course. So when the kids have content, really good structure, really concise, syllabus terms, no well-being, the kids can only get up to a 9. A 9 cuts them off. No well-being, it jumps down to a 9. Once they start to show aspects of well-being in their response, that impact, that link back to well-being, it then moves into that 10 to 15. And inside Strive, I literally break this apart and show you what you need to do to help your average improve significantly. Be exactly like my kids and get an average that is so much more deserving than what you're currently probably sitting at. So this is another amazing testimonial from one of the CAFS teachers inside Strive. She absolutely loved it and has raved on about it. I think consistently sending me emails after every module, posting in the private Facebook group, that she has been able to take strategies and literally implement them straight away. One of the best PDs that she's ever been part of. And she knows now that writing makes a huge difference. She's embedding the skills with the kids right from the very beginning. So, mind blown. What are you thinking? Option, embedding well-being. How would it feel for you to improve your results for the option? Because I know that many schools across the state, this is their area of weakness. The option is our weakness. So how would this feel for you to improve your results here? Now, by now, you're probably thinking, mind blown, hello, how am I going to have the time to do all of this, to implement all of these strategies, implement all of these skills to actually do all of this? You've learned that skills and strategies to success are the best way to avoid the 3 biggest mistakes CAFS teachers are doing or using when improving writing. You've learned that moving from teaching the skills, you need to go beyond that. The content is always there, but we need to teach the kids the skills. Teaching the kids explicitly those skills is going to be the biggest way and the fastest way that you're going to see improvements with your CAFS crew. You can teach the content to the cows come home, but if we're not teaching those key skills the kids need, we're going to be leaving so many marks on the table. So let me guess, you still have some questions. We've literally only just scratched the surface with this. The what and the how. How do you actually teach the content across the syllabus? How do you teach the glossary of keywords really explicitly? How do you teach a clear structure to student paragraphing? How do you help them really improve their student answers for Part C in our option? And how do you show them? How do you make it better when they use examples in their responses? You've got all this, but then how do you actually find the time to actually implement it? So this is exactly what I offer inside Strive. And Strive is probably the proudest program I have written. Everything in here is fast tracking your success with your CAFS kids. It's taking that 16 years out of it and going, okay, here's what you need to do from day dot to help your kids move forward, to improve their writing and fast track success. Strive comes with templates, resources, strategies, modules, a little bit about the why, but so much, literally over hundreds of resources that you guys can use year after year after year to save you time. Time is the biggest factor here. Strive helps CAFS teachers to develop a skills-based approach to their teaching that enables kids to write confidently for every HSC question, even if they usually find the easy way out or take the easy way out. It's the only course, literally the only course that teaches this, teaches you a step-by-step approach to how and what. I've said a little bit about today about the why, but it's the how and what to teach your kids to write confidently to fast-track success in CAFS. What does Strive include? Strive includes the framework, the curriculum inside this, the 3-step approach to teaching writing to fast-track your success for your kids. So they can start confidently. They can improve the way they show up. The Strive program includes 8 modules, 22 video tutorials, over 100 resources, 22 booklets, detailed booklets, but much of that detail isn't fluff. The fluff's gone. It's all about application, the how and the what it actually looks like in your CAFS classroom. Not so much on the why, tiny bit on the why, but major impact with that how and the what. So weekly Q&As about Strive, about what you can do to move your kids forward, course community, as well as 2 bonuses. This program is literally valued at thousands of dollars. But inside Strive, the strategy is there. There are 8 modules. Module 1 is all about team culture. The improvement and that connection with your CAFS kids is so crucial. So I show you my go-to strategies that I've been able to implement for 16 years to help build on that, for the kids to really realize how important it is for them to be working together as a whole group. Module 2 is showing you, stepping out with you, the pathway to success in CAFS and the specific strategies that you can start implementing to move your CAFS kids forward. Step 3 is about the syllabus, those connections, showing you, modeling it for you, documentation, mapping across the syllabus, showing you really key connections and strategies that you can implement with your kids so they can start to see big picture. Module 4 is all about those glossary of keywords. I'll get on my soapbox again. This is one of the biggest things that you can do to teach your kids. Showing it explicitly, step-by-step process. 1, 2, 3, step 1, here we go. So this real key application is so crucial, and I show you each of those main glossary of keywords. Literacy, module 5, we look at the importance of what it looks like in the CAFS classroom. What can I actually do to help kids improve their writing? We know why. We know why. It's not about that. It's about the how and the what. What is this going to look like? Here are 18 strategies for you guys to implement straight away with your CAFS crew. Module 6 is all about application. When we look at those examples and how important they are, I share with you mountains of resources and go-to sites and clips that you guys can use straight away with your CAFS crew, and it's mapped across all of our cores both in our Year 11 course as well as our Year 12 course. Module 7 is all about wellbeing, game changer 1 here. There are 4 lessons within this because it is big, it is huge, and I seriously show you every step of the way of what you can do to go from getting that 7 out of 15 to averaging at that 12, 13, or 14, or even 15 across your CAFS class. Module 8 is all about bringing it all together, that valuable feedback that you can actually implement with your kids to show them a way forward, to show them what success looks like, to annotate their responses, and they can start doing it together as a CAFS class. So a little snapshot inside Strive, highly practical, highly recommended, actionable steps. These are literally CAFS teachers who have just finished the program. The complete freshness it brings, a fresh approach to teaching, to learning, the support inside the program itself, the motivation of the CAFS teachers. They're enjoying Strive. There's no time restrictions. They can plug away at any point that they want. It is not a time-consuming process. The templates, resources, every single thing that I provide in here are actionable. Straight away, print it off, done. Here you go. It's in your CAFS class. Every single team building activity, learning intentions, sentence starters, everything you need to help the CAFS crew that you have improve their writing. You'll achieve a greater, stronger relationship and see those clear connections with your kids. Those expectations are there and they can start working with and for you. The glossary of keywords, the kids know it explicitly, the language is there, the paragraph structure, there's clear steps, explicit feedback with detailed annotations in your responses, so the kids can really see what they need to do to improve. The 2 bonuses are going to help you with your with creating writing, so creating questions for your kids, exam prep questions, assessment questions, exam type questions, marking guidelines. I know I've been watching. I know that that's something that you guys are looking at improving on. And bonus 2 is literally 10 tried and tested strategies that I have used time and time again and presented these across New South Wales to CAFS teachers and CAFS students from 2007. So you can join Strive now. Strive is available now, and you can sign up whenever you want to. But at the moment, it is $397. You're saving $100. This program is normally $497 because of the sheer amount of resources and practical activities that you would often maybe see on Teachers Pay Teachers, or have, been charged and spend lots and lots of time on these things. For one payment, you can access this program straight away and dive in literally tomorrow. So if you need an invoice and you want to pay for yourself, or you want to claim it on tax, let me know and I can give you guys that invoice. The link is there to join up to Strive. I can't wait to support you guys in this program. So the early bird offer to save $100 is only available in the next few days. And you also get me inside a private Facebook group. So I'm your accountability coach. I'm there helping you along the whole way to get through the program, but really for you guys to be able to plug and play when you need to. So join me now, take this course. I'd really love to support you guys to improve writing and fast track success for your CAFS crew, because I know at the end of the day, you want to go from being that content Christy and content Christopher to moving into that Mario and Marie. So joining up today will save you $100 to build student confidence in writing, to improve student performance, increase results in Part C for our option, and you'll have portal access inside a private portal website, which is my website, but I call it the CAFS Education Portal. You'll have the modules in there, the resources, the PDFs, everything you need to help you improve your student writing and fast track success. So you have two choices. You can either stay stuck, continue on your merry way for the next 10 years, trying to improve your student writing, try to, work on those fluffy resources that the kids never kind of listen to, or teaching the acronyms, but not teaching writing explicitly. You can keep going down that path, or you can be like Mario and Marie. Feel super proud that inside Strive, it's been able to show you the way forward. It's fast-tracked your success. It's saving you time and energy to help your kids improve, because you can start seeing those improvements literally straight away by just making a few little tweaks. So please join me in Strive to go from just surviving to absolutely thriving. I can't wait to support you guys inside Strive. So take that, click that button, and I'd really love to support you inside the program. You might have a couple of questions still. So how long is it going to take? Literally, if you want to make action straight away, let's go. Let's dive in straight away. It's going to take hard work, yes, but the minute you sign up, you'll have me supporting you on your journey, and you don't have to upload necessary evidence. It's not like that sort of course. The evidence is in your classroom. The evidence is with your kids. That's where the evidence lies. And you'll have access to this for as long as I'm around. And I'm literally living my dream right now to support you guys. So I'm not going anywhere. Please contact me if you have any questions about Strive, if you're sitting on the fence, or if you're not quite sure if it's for you. But I promise you, this is the most amazing resource that is going to make a huge difference with your CAFS kids. So please let me know. Send me a message on Facebook. My website is thelearnnet.com. You can find me at the LearnNet, as well as at the LearnNet for Instagram. Join the private Facebook community. And if you have any specific questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at contact@thelearnnet.com. I'm so grateful, and thank you for joining today. I can't wait to see you and support you inside Strive.